I highly recommend that if anyone has not yet worked with Carrie Marie, that they get to that as quickly as possible. And I promise that you will always walk away feeling better in some regard. And sometimes you can't even predict how that's going to go in your mind.
Let's get up on our feet. Carrie Marie Vaughn is one of the best coaches in teaching you how to feel better, how to ignite your light, how to nourish your soul, and how to find your defined purpose. Let's get on our feet. Let's bring to the stage Carrie Marie Vaughn.
Hey, happy Friday. Welcome to Rise and Thrive Live with Carrie Marie. I hope you're having an amazing morning so far. Happy Friday. Who's excited that it is Friday? Woo, drop a fun emoji in the comments. So welcome. Today's episode is the power of self-care, how to recharge and avoid burnout. This is a big one for me because I was at a place in my life where I was burnt out and I was not prioritizing self-care. And so I'm excited to bring you this episode today. But as you are hopping on, be sure to say hello in the comments. Be sure to drop a comment and let me know where you are watching from. And also, what is your word for the day today? I love giving your day a word and you're really living into that intentionally. What is your word for the day? What is the word? And I love having Fridays, first of all. I love having it being a celebration day, being proud of yourself, being in a place of gratitude and abundance and really recognizing all of the action steps that you're taking in your life for the life that you want to live. And so if you have done anything this week that you are proud of, even if it's so simple, like putting away laundry or doing the dishes, be proud of yourself and celebrate that. But let me know what your word of the day is. So my word of the day might be celebrate, but yours might be something else. So be sure to drop your comment. Let me know what your word of the day is. And let me ask you this, before we dive in, let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you are just constantly giving, doing, and not taking any time for yourself and for the things that matter to you and for taking care of yourself? If you said yes, or if you were thinking yes, it's time for you to prioritize you and your well-being. So I would like you to drop a yes in the comments if you are feeling burned out or like you just need a break. Drop a yes in the comments because first of all, you are not the only one that is going through this. Everyone goes through periods of their life where they have so much going on that they just feel so burnt out. And it's okay. So drop the word yes if you are feeling like that. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the power of self-care and how it can help you to just recharge and avoid the burnout because you don't want to feel that way, right? And also, just to remind you, I am going live every single Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern to help you reset, grow, and thrive in the morning, Rise and Thrive Live. Okay, so keep an eye out every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Today is episode 6. So that means we've had 5 episodes prior to this. So if you want to check out the other episodes, we covered all kinds of awesome and helpful topics. So be sure to check those out. You can just do a quick search in the in Facebook for Rise and Thrive, and you should be able to find them really pretty quickly. Or you can also go to my previous videos. So if you go to my profile and click on videos, you should be able to go back and see the other ones. You can also go into my events and go to past events and you'll be able to find them. So there's multiple ways that you can find the other episodes of Rise and Thrive Live. And I try to keep every episode within 15 or 20 minutes to make sure that you're getting a ton of value in a short amount of time, because I don't want to waste your time. You should be getting into action and doing the things that you're learning. Okay. Also, a quick announcement is that tomorrow, Saturday, March 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern, my friend Christine and I are going to be hosting a free International Women's Day event. And it is called Empowering Wellness, a celebration of women's health and vitality. So I would love for you to join us if you can. And drop a purple heart emoji in the comments if you'll be joining us live, or if you'd like information on joining us live. I'd be happy to get you info on how you can register, because we're going to be live on Zoom. And so I want you to be in that Zoom room with us so that you can really be participating along with us, because why not celebrate all of us as women for International Women's Day? And so be sure to drop that purple heart emoji if you're going to be joining us, or if you'd like information on joining us. And we'd love, love, love to have you there so that we can really shout you out and empower you to be an advocate for yourself and your own wellness. And so hopefully you can join us for that. And even if you can't, I would highly recommend hopping into that Facebook event and saying yes that you're going to go, because you'll be able to watch the replay even after we've gone live. Even if you can't join us at 2 p.m. Eastern in that Zoom room, you can always go into the event and watch the replay at a later time. Okay. All right. So let's dive in here. First of all, I just want you to know that self-care isn't selfish. Some people might think it's selfish taking time out of their day for self-care, but it's actually essential. It is essential for our well-being and our energy and keeping us going so that we can show up powerfully. Because when we don't take care of ourselves, when we're not taking time out for our well-being and for our self-care, we can't show up fully for ourselves. We can't show up fully for others. We can't show up for our goals. And that's a big thing. So then we're just going to be running in circles, and we're going to be feeling burnt out and overwhelmed all the time. And we're not going to be achieving anything toward our goals. We're not going to be able to fully show up and help other people in our lives and impact other people, because we just are so burnt out. So self-care is just so important. And really, self-care is about replenishing your mind, body, and spirit so that you can show up and give from a place of abundance, not depletion. Because when you're fully depleted, you can't give anything. Like, picture a cup full of water. If your cup is empty, you can't pour anything out of it. You want to have your cup overflowing with abundance so that you can keep on pouring and you're not completely depleted. Okay. So right now, think about your life right this very moment on a scale of 1 to 10. How much have you been prioritizing your own self-care? So 1 being, nope, I have not been taking any time for my self-care at all. And 10 being, yeah, I always prioritize it. I'm always spending time taking care of myself every single day, even multiple times a day. Okay. So 1 is not at all. 10 is yes, an abundance. I am always prioritizing it. Drop on this in the comments on that scale of 1 to 10, where you are on currently prioritizing your own self-care. So with that being said, let's dive into some practical ways that you can start prioritizing your self-care, even in your busy life. Because I know that you're busy. Everybody's busy, right? But we all have the same 24 hours a day. And so you have to just keep that in mind. You don't want to be running on empty, because then those around you who are taking care of themselves, they have so much energy because they are taking care of themselves. And so you don't want to be that person that's burnt out. You want to be that person with lots of energy and like just feeling abundant. And so tip number 1 is to schedule regular breaks. I know that seems crazy. When you have a busy schedule, you're like, what? Scheduling time for breaks? I don't have time for that. You actually do. Whether or not you think you do, even if it's a 5-minute pause in your day, a 5-minute pause can actually do wonders. Think about it. If you are going for hours and hours straight, from early morning to late at night, and you're not taking any breaks, you're just going to feel burned out. But think about if you can be working for maybe a good hour and a half, you get a lot done, and then it's like, okay, pause. Let me take 5 minutes. 5 minutes to do some deep breathing, 5 minutes to go walk around. If you can get outside, that's going to be best, but just 5 minutes. If it can be longer, awesome. But start small, because especially if you haven't been taking any time out for self-care at all, You want to make sure that you are starting small so that you're not overwhelming yourself even more. That's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to make sure that you are giving yourself those breaks, because then you know what? When you go back to doing your work, you're going to notice, wow, I feel so much better, and you're going to be more productive. So make sure that you are scheduling in regular breaks. If you need to put reminders on your phone so that it literally dings you. I know if you have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or one of those other types of things, you can actually set it so that it reminds you once an hour to get your butt up and move. I know that mine will remind me if I haven't gotten up and moved around at all for an entire hour, it'll remind me at 10 of the next hour, it'll be like, get up and move. And so set some sort of reminder so that you don't forget to get up and move around, take a break from whatever it is that you're working on. Give your eyes a break, give your mind a break, everything. Okay. If you need to do a little mini meditation, deep breathing exercise, whatever it takes, whatever makes you feel good. Number 2, this is a harder one, but it's so important. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to the things that drain you or that take you off course for your own goals and where you want to go in life. If you're being asked to do things that really just don't align with who you are, what your values are, and it's extremely draining, say no. Even if it's your best friend, even if it's your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad, it's okay to say no. It might be hard at first, especially if you're a people pleaser like I used to be, where you don't want to say no to somebody, especially when it's somebody that's, like a loved one or somebody from your church. You're like, oh, I don't want to tell them no. I don't want to hurt their feelings, or I don't want to let them down. It's okay to say no. And you know what? The more you get used to saying no to doing the things that you're being asked to do that are really just draining you and that you don't want to do, the more that others will respect your boundaries. Because right now, if people have been walking all over you and telling you to do all of the things or asking you to do all the things that you really don't want to do, and that it is really draining your energy and it's taking up way too much time in your day, they're not respecting your time. And so start getting used to saying no. Practice it on a smaller scale, even if it's like when your kids ask you to do something. And you don't have to be like, no. You could explain, this isn't in alignment with my goals and what I need to do today. Or you can explain, if it's like to little kids or something like that, mommy doesn't have the energy to do that right now. Okay, it doesn't have to be super complicated. But just make sure that you get used to saying no. Okay. So tip number 3 is to practice mindfulness. And by mindfulness, I mean taking time to make sure that you're being present in the moment. How many times do we run through the day, run through life, and we kind of forget what even just happened? We're like, whoa, the whole day flew by. And what did I even just do? I don't even know what happened today, because you just got caught up in going through the motions and you weren't present in the moment. So take a moment every once in a while, and maybe this can be part of your 5-minute breaks that you're scheduling in. Just take a moment and be present in the moment. Tune into how your body feels, how your mind is in the moment. And a really cool thing that I love to do is really tapping into gratitude. Taking just a moment to look around and think, wow, it's a beautiful day out today. Or, wow, this plant right here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a plant right here next to me. This plant right here is gorgeous. These leaves are beautiful. Or, wow, I am just so blessed. I have so many blessings in my life. Because you know what? The more you tune into gratitude, the more that you're going to get into this state of not letting little things get to you, not letting things annoy you or overwhelm you, because you're going to be in such a sense of gratitude and feeling so good about where you are in life or where you are in that very moment and being present in that moment, that you're not going to let the little things get to you. And just, making time to reconnect with yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes a day, tuning into what your body feels like and what it needs, because your body will tell you. And you don't want to be in a place where your body, you've like gone through the motions so many times and been overwhelmed and stressed every single day so many times that you literally get sick. Because that's what's going to happen. A lot of the times that you go, don't take any time for self-care. And then all of a sudden you wind up sick or you wind up super depressed or something like that. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to get to a place that's like that. So if you take small times throughout the day, here and there, to just really be present in the moment and to tune in to see what you want and what you need in that moment, it's going to do wonders. You're going to notice such a huge difference in how you feel throughout the day if you are taking this time. Okay. And then tip number 4 is to engage in activities that bring you joy. Making sure that you are scheduling in time for joy, because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just get so caught up with things that we don't schedule in time to do the things that we actually love and enjoy. So maybe it's just something super simple, like reading a book. Maybe you haven't taken time to sit down and read a book in a long time. So schedule that in. And I'm telling you to schedule it in because otherwise it won't happen, right? If it doesn't get put on your calendar or on your daily to-do list, it's not going to happen. So make sure you are scheduling in these things. Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe you just haven't gotten out for a walk in a really long time and you're like, I need to schedule this in. Or maybe it's spending time with your loved ones. I know for sure that I need to do that every once in a while. I need to contact my friends or my family members and like, let's get something on the calendar. If it's somebody farther away, maybe it's a Zoom call. If it's somebody close by, let's get together for a game night or dinner or something. I actually have that scheduled tonight. So think about those things. Like, how can you be scheduling in time to do activities that bring you joy, that you enjoy doing? Make sure that you are doing that. Okay. So I want you to think about these 4 tips that I just shared with you. 1 is scheduling in regular breaks. And so put breaks in the comment. Breaks, plural. Notice you need more than 1 break in a day. Okay. As much as that seems so hard, the more you do it, the more that it makes you feel so good that you're going to want to do it and want to schedule it in, and you're going to be craving it. So be sure that you drop the word breaks in the comment and be sure they schedule in some breaks. Number 2 is setting boundaries. So drop the word boundaries in the comments and practice this. It is practice. Believe me. Anything that we do in life really is a practice. We're not going to be great at it if we don't practice. Think about anything in life, like you're not going to be amazingly talented at playing an instrument or speaking a language if you don't practice it. You have to give it daily practice and give yourself grace. Okay, maybe one day you accidentally said yes to something that somebody asked you to do and you really didn't want to. Don't beat yourself up over it. Give yourself grace. And it's a practice. Next time, just be sure you say no. So boundaries, drop the word boundaries. Tip number 3 is practicing mindfulness, taking those breaks to be really present and reconnecting with yourself. So drop the word mindfulness in the comments. And tip number 4 is engaging in activities that bring you joy. Drop the word joy in the comments. I want that in all caps. Joy. Schedule joy into your life. If you're not joyful and happy every single day, you're missing out on living this life that you should be living abundantly and happily. So drop the word joy in the comments. And you know what? You can bring joy to the moment anytime you want. You are in control. You don't have to let your schedule or other people dictate how you feel. You get to decide. So you get to decide to bring joy. Schedule joy. Do it. And you'll be happy. So do that. And then I would love to know which of these 4 tips really resonated with you. When you heard it, you were like, yup, that's the thing that's going to make such a huge difference for me. I'd love for you to drop that in the comments. Let me know which of these things really resonated for you, which of these things you are going to incorporate and start doing regularly. I hope all of them, but even if you had to pick one, just pick one, okay? And sometimes we need that little bit of extra support to maintain our well-being. Sometimes we need there to be somebody to hold our hands. So I actually created a whole course around this called Life Rebalanced, Mastering Wellness and Time. And so this really helps you to get a handle on not only taking care of yourself and the importance of it and giving you different examples of and ways that you can take care of yourself, but it helps you to master your time and priorities so that you can get a handle on that and you don't feel like everything else is running you, that you are in charge and you get to decide what your priorities are. And it really helps you to create this sense of balance and calm in your life. So if you want to hop into that course, it's so reasonably priced and it's such a game changer. It is literally changing people's lives. So drop the word balance in the comments if you want to hop into that course, Life Rebalanced, Mastering Wellness and Time. Drop the word balance in the comments. And also, I actually kind of forgot about it until we were talking about this today. I actually have a free self-care planner. I haven't talked about it in a really long time. I created this a while ago, and it's something that's really helpful for me and other people in just prioritizing their self-care and scheduling it in, because they have this planner and it's absolutely free. So if you would like that, drop the word planner in the comments. I don't have the link off the top of my head. I can't remember what the link is. And so I'll just get you over that information. So drop the word planner in the comments if you would like your own free self-care planner. I'll get that over to you. And remember that self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity. Okay. If you don't make time for self-care, burnout will eventually catch up with you and you're going to end up in a place where you don't want to be. Sick, depressed, anxious, whatever. It's going to be a not good feeling. So making sure to schedule in and prioritize self-care is going to be so important. So drop in the comments, what's one self-care practice that you are going to start prioritizing this week, this weekend? Literally, we're going into the weekend. So you can practice on the weekend. What's one self-care practice that you're going to do? And also don't forget about next week's episode. I go live every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And next week, we're actually going to be talking about building healthy habits. So I'm really excited about that one as well. I pick topics that are things that people ask me questions about or that I'm super passionate about. So I want to make sure that I am providing you with content that is helpful for you. So make sure that if there is anything specific you'd like me to talk about, send me a message. I'm here on social media and can answer questions for you. So be sure to send me a message. And also don't forget to stay tuned for our event tomorrow for for International Women's Day. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's Empowering Wellness, a celebration of women's health and vitality. And so drop a purple heart emoji in the comments if you want to attend that. I will make sure that you have the registration link so you can join us live on Zoom. And even if you can't join us live on Zoom, I hope that you can catch the replay so that way it can help you in empowering yourself for your wellness. Okay. So with that, have an absolutely amazing rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you next weekend for Rise and Thrive Live. Bye.